Right, good afternoon, boys and girls, and welcome along to our special mention assembly. We're going to start in just a second. I'm just going to make sure that everybody can hear me now. I've started the live stream. Right, I think we're about ready to get started. So, afternoon, how are you? I'm hoping you're all right. Welcome back to our weekly assembly on YouTube. So, we're in this funny position, aren't we, where the school is closed to most of you, but there's lots of you at home. So, I want to start off just by saying, children at Sunnyfield, so proud of you. I'm proud of our children at home that are busy working on their remote learning. So, lots of you accessing classroom activities on Microsoft Teams, working really hard to join lessons, to join meetings, to return your way at work, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm so proud of you, how quickly you've got to grips with Microsoft Teams and similar those children you working in your work packs and returning work. So it's only going to get better, isn't it, Sunnyfield? So well done to you. I'm also really proud of your parents. So now if your parents are watching this with you or maybe catching up a little bit later on, parents, thank you so much. You are working so hard and you're juggling things at home, whether it's working at home, other children in the house, maybe you've got older children that are also accessing things from secondary schools. You're doing an absolutely fantastic job. We're offering things because we have to offer it. We want to make sure the children keep on working hard and making progress. But listen, just do the best you can. All we want is that little bit of support, that little bit of help. But you're doing an absolutely phenomenal job. And thirdly, the staff in school are doing an absolutely wonderful job. So to go from ground zero, where we had no remote learning at all, to being able to offer remote learning at speed within 24 hours is just absolutely phenomenal. And the staff have worked so hard to turn that around. So thank you to the staff. So let's get started with our special mentions assembly. And I'm going to remind myself of how I used to do it last year. So let's start off with some shout outs. So I can see Hutchie's on. So hi to Izzy, who's joining us on assembly. And hi to the Dib boys, so Henry and George Dib at home. Hello to Paige and Bella, who are also watching. And I can see Danny's online as well. So afternoon to Danny. I can see Kangaroo class are joining us. So Kangaroo class in school are joining us. Hello to Freddie G, who's watching from home, Angelina and Martina, and afternoon to Isaac Pugh and Lewis and Ollie Lawrence. So we'll do some more shout outs later on, but afternoon to you all. I'm so impressed that you've all managed to join Assembly this afternoon. It really is wonderful. Right, let's get cracking with some bits and pieces from the classes. So the class teachers have got some mentions to share, and they're talking. When I talk about classes, children, I'm talking about all of you. I'm still thinking about you as one class, whether you're working at home or whether you're working in school. All right, so you're still that one big class. So Meerkats, let's start with you. Mr. McConaughey says, can I give a huge shout out to all of Meerkats that are working at home and in school? There's been lots of fantastic work being shared with me via Twitter and emails, particularly by Theo, Alexis, Bluebell, Logan, Eli, Martina, and Rory. I want to give a special mention to the nursery's newest children who have been working from home and in school. So we've got some new starters in nursery, and for some of them, they've not even been to nursery yet. Annabelle has enjoyed her first week in school and has been producing some amazing work. Outside of school, I've seen some brilliant work from Autumn, River, and Caleb. So keep up the hard work, everyone, says Mr. McConaughey. So brilliant. Well done there with that super effort. We're going to go to zebras next. So zebras, Mrs. Hammond says, could I mention all of my children for working hard at home and in school? So some fantastic work. But a big shout out to Mia, Noah, Kobe, Kai, Loxie, Evie May, Berry and Gabrielis, who've been working really hard impressing the staff. So well done to our children in zebras. This is amazing, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic work that's going on. Crocodile class, Mr. Oglesby says, can you mention the whole class for participating and working really hard this week? So those children in school and at home. And a special shout out to Ruby for being really, really brave today. So being brave in the work that she's doing. So well done to Ruby. Let me have a look at see if anybody else is online. Let's see. So we've got Miley and Georgie Shanks Miller joining us today. So hello to you. Hello to Harley Warnock. Brilliant for you joining, Harley. I can see all the Higgins girls are joining us this afternoon. So hello to the Higgins girls. Fenley and Caleb. And Caleb, I've got a picture of you coming up a little bit later on. So well done to you boys for joining. Hello to Joseph Ferguson. And he says, hello, Mr. Richardson. Hello to you. And Gajanan and Han Sugar that are joining us. So good afternoon to you and welcome along to Assembly. So before I show you some pictures, let me just do a couple more shout outs to the classes of things that have come in. So kangaroos mentions. Mrs. Milner says, I've been amazed at how the children at home have sat and listened so well during our live lessons. It's made me really proud of them. The quality of work has also been fab. Thank you to the parents too, says Mrs. Milner. I would like to give a special mention to Jack Gerose and Georgina Shanks Miller, who have impressed me with their maths this week. I also want to mention Jacob Byrne, who's done some fabulous handwriting in school. And isn't it brilliant that we've got those people joining us online today so they can hear their special mentions. Puma class, here's your shout out from Mr. Crosby. Could I mention the whole of Puma class that have been on Teams at home and those that have been in school? They've worked so hard on all of their work and have been so professional when using their Teams function. So professional, that means that you've been listening very carefully and you're remembering to mute yourself at the correct time and using your hand up function. So well done. And a big thanks to the Puma parents and adults that have helped support their children in accessing their learning too. So fantastic. And I also know that in Puma class, it's Max's birthday. So happy birthday to Max as well, who's celebrating a lockdown birthday. So we'll do one more class and then we'll have a look at some pictures. So leopard class. Firstly, Miss Hugworth says, I would like to give a special mention to all of the leopards that are working remotely at the moment. They are smashing at home, learning every day, and parents are working so hard as well to ensure the children are accessing all of the learning. The children have adapted so well to this situation, and I'm immensely proud of each and every one of them, she says. Secondly, I'd like to give a special mention to the leopards at school at the moment. The classroom is very strange and a little empty, but they have worked so hard at every task I've given them. They've shown patience whilst I've been supporting children via Teams. They've made myself and Mrs. Cowdery so proud. We're missing all the children at home and I hope that all Sunnyfields families are staying safe and well, says Miss Hugworth. So thank you for that. Right, let's have a look at some pictures. So if I can get the pictures up here to share with you. So here we go. So this is River. So River is one of our newest nursery children, and I made the mistake last night because her parents sent this picture in via Twitter and I got her name wrong on Twitter, so I had to apologise for that. And Mr. McConaughey did give her a shout out earlier on, but this is River, one of our newest nursery children. Look at her there, she's all packed and ready to go with a school bag on, but there she is practising her letters. So brilliant work there, River, making me proud already. Well done. And here's Caleb, and I know Caleb is watching at home today with his older brother, but here's Caleb, busy doing his home learning. Really impressed. Look at that smile. He's really proud of himself, isn't he? So well done to Caleb. And Ella McSorley. Ella McSorley has been earning her badges during lockdown. So she attends Rainbows, and she's still been working hard to get her badges. And she was going to bring them into school before the Christmas holiday to share. But unfortunately, she forgot to bring them in. And then we're in this situation now, aren't we, where lots of us are not in school. So well done to Ella for her super effort outside of school. Here's Ronnie. Ronnie again is working at home. And here he is working hard on his remote learning. Really impressed again, Ronnie, with you. And I'm hoping your older brother, Junior, is working equally as hard as you. So well done to Ronnie. And here's Max Jakowski. He's busy working at home on his remote learning, and again, really impressed. And Martina, your mum sent this picture to me via Twitter. Again, Martina working really hard on her home learning, making everybody proud. And I know Mr. McConaughey mentioned you earlier on, didn't he? So some fantastic work, boys and girls, happening at home. Really impressed. Right, let's have a look who else is online and let's give some shout outs. I feel like I'm famous here, shouting everybody's names out. So I've mentioned Kajana And I've mentioned Hand Sugar, haven't I? So hello to Emily and Sophie that are watching at home. Hi to the Mariana girls, so Amelia and Jessica. Georgina and Joshua Walters are also at home and say hello to everybody and their friends. Well done to you for shouting out there. And we've got Amelia and Abigail Mosley that are also watching Assembly at home this afternoon. So brilliant work. And then thank you for joining us in Assembly. And there we go. Let's have a look at what else we've got from the classes. So Jaguar class. Let's have a look at your special mentions. So Jaguars, Miss Lumley says she'd like to mention George Dibb, and I know he's watching the assembly at the moment, for his amazing Connie communique and participation in remote English lessons. Well done to you, Dibby. Summer for having a super first week at Sunnyfields and settling really well despite the circumstances. So well done to Summer. So it's a first day at Sunnyfields. Olivia, Lily, Melanie, Charlie S and Maya John for working really hard and being very patient whilst we adapted to our new routine in school. So well done to you. And all the children in my class have been engaging in live lessons and uploading work. There are too many to name, and I'm so proud of them, says Miss Lumley, especially with how patient they have been as I have navigated teaching on Microsoft Teams. Because that's the important thing to remember, isn't it, boys and girls? You're having to work in a new way, but this is the first time for all of the teachers, really, apart from Miss Cheeseman, teaching in this way. So they've had to really get their heads around how to use Microsoft Teams and getting resources on, and I'm sure they'll get more and more confident, but they're doing a fantastic job, aren't they? So, Panther class. So, Mrs. Gray says, I would like to give a special mention to all of my Panthers, both school and at home. They're doing an amazing job navigating teams and completing the work that I'm set in. I'm really proud of them, and I know that Mrs. Peace is too. So, well done to Panthers for their super effort. Tiger class. So, Miss Smith says, can I give a shout out to these children, please? Izzy Independence in hacker research work from Keelan Dent, doing some superb work. Jake for his Richie resilience using the bus stop method in maths. Both Keelan and Jake for Tim and Tom teamwork in topic work. Leah for her Chloe creative in literacy. Harrison for his Chloe creative in plant research work. And Patty, beautiful presentation in all pieces of work, even though she's working at home. And that's absolutely fabulous. So well done to the whole of Tiger class, including the children in school and who are working at home. And Lion class, year 6, Mrs. Gatt says, can I have a special mention for my whole class this week? They've been amazing at adapting to the new way of working. I've been so impressed with how many of them have submitted work and been joining us for live teaching sessions. It's been lovely just to see their faces, and they've been so patient when we've had teething problems. So I just wanted to say thank you for making my job, Mrs. Gatt says, a lot easier. And I popped into your classroom early in the week, Lions, and I could see everybody that was working at home, including some amazing backgrounds on Teams, but really impressed with how sensible you were and have been. So well done to Lions. And a very last shout out is from Mrs. Wayne, who's a new member of staff in our school, but Mrs. Wayne also used to be a governor, so some of you may know her. So she says, hello Mr. Risson, please can you give Leopard class, Tiger class and Jaguar class an extra special mention for making me so welcome in their classroom this week. It's been a pleasure to work with those children. So some lovely mentions. Let me see if we've got anybody else online that I've not yet shouted out to. Oh, hello Lincoln. So Lincoln's watching at home, and Lincoln must be there with his little brother as well. So hello to Eli as well. So hello to Lincoln, hello to Eli, and they're apparently busy waving at me. So I better wave back, hadn't I? So afternoon to you, boys that are sitting at home. You've been busy working with your daddy, haven't you? But also now joining us in assembly. So afternoon to you who are at home this afternoon. So we're almost there with our special mention assembly. It's very different, isn't it, to our usual special mention assembly, but it's lovely to be able to see some of you in school, but also see some of you joining our assembly on YouTube, and I'm also seeing bits and pieces that's coming in from home. Now keep on doing your best, keep on working hard for me. I know it's very tricky, but we're in this brilliant position now where most people should be able to get online. There was a few of you didn't have your own laptops, so we managed to send some of those home from school. And we're trying to get some extra devices out for those of you who are sharing with brothers or sisters, or maybe having to use mum or dad's laptop. So get your parents to get in touch with us if they need any more help with that. So if you need another laptop or an iPad, we can sort that out for you. And we've got this, haven't we, Sunny Fields? We've done this before and we can do it again. We're going to get through this even stronger than before and better than before. And before you know it, we'll all be back in school having fun together. So I want you to have a fabulous weekend. Have lots of fun. Stay nice and safe for me. And I look forward to catching you up in assembly next week. But I'm also going to be joining in you on your team's classroom so I can get some messages across to you as well instead of having to do it just on YouTube. So just before I go, let's make sure that I've covered everybody in the chat. Oh, I can see April's joined us in assembly, so afternoon to April. Right, have a fabulous weekend. Stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Give me a wave. Bye-bye. See you later.